If you're dealing with that burning, that tingling, or that awful numbness from neuropathy, you already know how much it can just take over your life. It can feel like it's stealing everything, piece by piece. So today, we're going to get right into it and tackle the one question that is probably on your mind all the time. You've probably heard it from your doctor, right? Maybe more than one. They tell you, sorry, the nerve damage is permanent and that the best you can do is just manage the symptoms with some pills. It's such a hopeless thing to hear, and you are not alone. So many people get told that exact same thing every single day. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the answer to, can I get better, isn't the flat-out no you've been hearing? That is exactly what we are going to dig into right now. So here's our roadmap. We're going to look at why most treatments don't work. And then, this is the good part, we'll talk about how your nerves can actually heal. We'll cover how to stop the damage in its tracks, what you need to start rebuilding. We'll hear some real stories for inspiration, and then we'll finish with a simple action plan you can literally start today. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about why so many people feel so stuck. Why do the usual treatments just lead to more and more frustration? Well, it really comes down to two totally different ways of looking at the problem. See, the typical approach is just to cover up the symptoms with pills. But those pills, they don't fix a single thing. They just turn down the volume on the pain. And while that's happening, the nerve damage is quietly getting worse in the background. What we need to do is focus on fixing the real reason it's happening in the first place. You know, this really says it all. Imagine your kitchen is flooding. Would you just grab a mop and start cleaning up while the faucet is still gushing water everywhere? No way! You turn off the faucet first. Well, just taking pain pills for neuropathy is exactly like mopping with the water still running. You're working hard, but you're never going to get ahead. All right, now for the most important part of this whole conversation. This is the one big idea that changes everything you've probably been told. This is where the hope comes from. Here is the simple truth. Your body is a healing machine. It is always trying to fix itself. Think about it. You get a paper cut, it heals. You break a bone, it mends itself back together. Well, guess what? Your nerves are no different. They want to heal. They're designed to repair themselves. We just have to give them a fighting chance. And this isn't just some nice idea. It's a scientific fact. It's called nerve regeneration. The nerves way down in your hands and feet have the ability to literally regrow. Now, it's a slow process. We're talking about the same speed your fingernails grow. But the point is, it happens. The ability to heal is already built right into you. So if we know our nerves can heal, then job number one, the most critical first step, is to stop whatever's hurting them. We have got to go back and turn off that faucet. And for a huge number of people, the main thing causing the damage is something you might not expect, especially if you're not diabetic. It's blood sugar spikes. You see, every time your blood sugar shoots way up after a meal, it's like pouring acid on those super delicate nerve endings. It just burns them out and makes it impossible for them to heal. So this means we have to get serious about the foods that cause those spikes. And it's the stuff you'd expect, like sugar in sodas, desserts, and even juice. But it's also the white stuff, things made with white flour, like bread and pasta, and even white rice and potatoes. Getting these out of your diet is the biggest first step you can take to stop the damage. Okay, so once we've turned off the faucet and stopped hurting our nerves, the next step is to actually help them rebuild. It's like bringing in a construction crew with all the best tools and materials to repair a damaged house. And it really comes down to these four simple things. We need to eat foods that help our body heal. We can use some key supplements to give our nerves a boost. We have to move our bodies to get good circulation. And we absolutely have to get enough sleep because that's when most of the repair work gets done. Certain nutrients can act like a special repair crew just for your nerves. You've got things that act like bodyguards, protecting the nerves. Others are fantastic at helping manage blood sugar. Then you have the B vitamins. They're like the actual bricks and mortar your body uses to rebuild the nerve. And magnesium and vitamin D are like the supervisors, making sure the whole job gets done right. And please, please do not underestimate the power of just moving your body. I know it can be painful, I really do. But even just a simple 10-minute walk every day acts like a delivery truck, bringing fresh oxygen and all those healing nutrients right to the nerves that need them most. It is so, so important for healing. There's even some technology that can help give your body a little nudge. It's called NMES, and it uses these really gentle electrical pulses to kind of wake up those nerves that have gone to sleep. It helps get the blood flowing and encourages the nerves to start talking to each other again, which can really speed up the repair process. Now, all of this might sound good, but the big question is, does it actually work for real people? Out in the real world? Let's take a look. These are real folks. You have Tom, who had such bad diabetic neuropathy, he was told he'd be in a wheelchair. Now he hikes. There's Susan, who was told the nerve damage from her chemo was permanent, but she got all the feeling back in her feet. And Robert, his doctors couldn't even figure out what caused his, but he found this path and he turned it all around. Their stories are proof that this is possible. Now, we have to be realistic here. This kind of healing takes time. It's not a magic pill. In that first month, sometimes things can feel a little worse as those nerves start to wake up. That's actually a good sign. But then, over the next couple of months, the pain starts to fade. And by months 4 to 6, a lot of people feel a huge improvement. You just have to be patient. And let's be really honest about what we mean by success. Are we talking about a 100% back to the way you were at 18 cure? Maybe not, especially if the damage is really old. But can you get a 70 or even 80% improvement? Oh, absolutely. And let me tell you, going from constant agony to just a little discomfort now and then, that's not just an improvement, that is getting your life back. Which brings us to the most important part of all. What can you actually do? What can you start doing the minute this is over to begin your own healing journey? Let's keep it super simple. For the first week, I want you to focus on just 2 things. 1, cut out sugar and those white processed foods. 2, walk for 10 minutes a day. That's it. Don't overwhelm yourself. Then, in week 2, maybe you add in a key supplement. The next month, you add another. The secret is to start small and just be consistent. So, we're back where we started. But maybe we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. Maybe the question isn't really, is neuropathy curable? Because for so many people, the answer's a hopeful yes. I think the real question is, are you willing to do what it takes to give your body that chance to heal? Because the power to change this, it really is in your hands.
Before you go, I need to share something important with you. Listen, I know you're exhausted, not just from the pain, but from the searching, the hoping, the disappointment. You just want your life back. We get that because we hear it every day from people just like you. Look, I know many of you are here because you're dealing with pain that just won't go away. And if you're one of the millions struggling with neuropathy, you know exactly what I mean. The burning that keeps you up at night, the tingling that makes every step uncertain, the frustration of trying cream after cream, pill after pill with nothing really working. And here's what most people don't understand. Neuropathy happens when the nerves in your feet get damaged. They can't send the right signals to your brain anymore. Those pain signals you're feeling, they're basically your nerves crying for help. The good news is simple. With the right stimulation, those nerves can actually start working right again. We've helped over 50,000 people get their nerves working again using this exact method. And that's why we created NeuroGo. Not just another device, but a complete support system with our Facebook community, diet program, exercise guides, free books, and real people who answer your questions. When other treatments have let you down, NeuroGo delivers the solution you've been searching for, so you can stop managing pain and start living again. You don't have to accept this pain as your new normal. Get 40% off yours today with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Click the link below. You have nothing to lose but the pain.